Hello lovers, it's your good buddy Stub. Welcome to day 14 of the Cork Giving 20 Wine Days of February for 2020. Let's get to our topic today. Can you guess what it is? Oh yeah, friends, it's love. It's love in the form of tight bubbles inside of a champagne bottle. Happy Valentine's Day, friends, and happy Friday to you as well. Of course, we're talking about champagne today. What is champagne? Well, quite simply, it's sparkling wine made in the Champagne region of France. Now, most all of us know, or at least have heard, that to be called champagne, it has to be made in Champagne, and that is actually true. Now, a fun fact a lot of us don't know is that Dom Perignon, rumored to have invented champagne, did not actually invent champagne. Sparkling wine had been made long before Dom Perignon came around, but once he got to champagne, he actually perfected some of the winemaking techniques that are still in use today in modern champagne. Now, champagne was also once called devil's wine. I know, right? Sounds debaucherous. Was it called devil's wine because people had too much of it and did debaucherous things? No, it's called devil's wine because in the making of champagne, there's a secondary fermentation that happens inside the bottle. And when fermentation happens, a byproduct of that is carbon dioxide. That's what gives our champagne its bubbles. Well, as that built up with improper corks on top of it, it would explode corks. And a chain reaction would start when one bottle in a cellar exploded, other bottles would explode, and other bottles, and other bottles. So when monks would come to check on their wine in their cellars, they would see these corks popped out, wine everywhere, with no explanation whatsoever. That's what Dom Perignon also kind of helped to figure out. Now, champagne allows 7 grape varieties in its wines. Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are the 2 main ones, and you probably know those grapes. There's also Pinot Meunier. Between those 3 grapes, those are the 3 grapes that are most widely used in champagne making today. Now, the other 4 varieties are still planted and are still used, not a whole lot, but let me lay these on you. We got Pinot Blanc, we got Pinot Gris, we got Petit Meunier, and we have a Bond. Yep, probably most of us who aren't wine people have never heard of those grapes. But those 7 grapes are planted across 84,000 acres in Champagne, which is under vine. Now, those 84,000 acres are controlled by one of the over 100 champagne houses, or the 19,000, yes, I said 19,000 grower producers. Now, when I say grower producers, these are farmers who are generally farming 5 acres or so maybe of grapevines, and they're making their own wine on occasion as well. If you can get your hand on some grower champagne, you're gonna get some very unique things out of there because they don't have a typical house style as a lot of the champagne houses do. All right, I've gone on and on enough about champagne. We could sit here for the next 2 years talking about champagne, but let's talk about the champagne we're actually drinking today. And today we're drinking the Chanoine Brut Grand Reserve from Reims. And you can see I already have some poured here. You get this nice light color on it. Man, on the nose, I'm getting a little bit of, getting some pear notes on there. Let's give it a little taste. Wow, that's pear. I'm maybe getting a hint of apricot on there as well. Little citrus, some tight bubbles, nice acid, carry this down well. Oh, can't wait to share this with the rib a little later. Now, the last thing I'll tell you about champagne, you see the glass I'm using today. This is a coupe glass, old wives' tale that it was molded after Marie Antoinette's breasts. Nice little handful or mouthful, depending on what is in there, obviously. We drink it out of this vessel here because you get more of the aroma of the champagne. Now, we're used to most of us drinking out of a champagne flute here, which is fine. These are easier to carry around at parties, quite honestly, and they look pretty cool as well. Now, does it matter what you drink champagne out of? Yeah, you'll taste a little bit of a difference, but the big thing is you're drinking champagne. So if you don't have a coupe glass, you don't have a wine glass, hell, drink it out of a coffee mug. I'm not gonna lie, your old buddy Stub has done that before. If you have champagne and nothing to put it in but a coffee mug, hell, put it in the coffee mug and enjoy the champagne. All right, friends, I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing this out, making comments, all of those things. And one very special note before we go today, I want to wish the rib a very happy anniversary. Yes, today is our wedding anniversary. Pause for the collective. Pause. Yeah, it was the middle day of our 3 days off back when we were both deployed as Marines. And that's the day we decided to get married. So we had a day on either side of our nuptials. But I want to wish her a very happy Valentine's Day and a very happy anniversary and say that I couldn't be happier or more blessed to have the partner I have in life. And I'm going to stop there so I don't cry. All right, friends, thanks for joining. Can't wait to see you tomorrow on Saturday. Until then, be nice, be safe, and be happy. Cheers, friends.